Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Lucid Trading. Today we're going to be taking a look at the stock market, the S&P 500, and we're going to see where it is going from here. From the 19th till the 23rd of October and beyond. Where is the stock market heading right now? That is going to be the important question. Before we get into this analysis, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. There's also a Patreon link in the description if you want to support me. That would be amazing. Click that link. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So I want to be looking at the weekly, which we have got right here. What I noticed is that the MACD right now is sky high. In fact, if I scroll out, I can't find a single point in history with our MACD being this high. That does say something, right? Usually when the MACD gets out of proportion, we see a massive crash. So this already is going to be an indicator of a crash coming ahead, probably a couple months from now. And it's going to be bloody. I'm going to show you. There has been a very similar moment where this happened. I think it wasn't this one. It's quite a while ago though, right there. You see that? When the MACD got really high, this is obviously relative because the MACD goes up over the years. This crash, about this height, that's where we are at right now, maybe a little higher even. We had a crash of that's about 33%. That's absolutely insane. So this is probably going to happen in the future. That's pretty worrying. And then on top of that, we have sky-high PE ratios. 15 is average. We are at 35.5. That's insane. We are in a debt bubble as well. Housing market is bubbling up. Now let's get back to the daily. What's happening at the daily? All right, because that's also going to be very interesting. Right now we are at $3,483, right? The daily is looking pretty bullish. It isn't looking like we're going into bearish territory at the moment. However, we're getting very close. You see the green bars are starting to become smaller, and it's basically about to transform itself to bearish. I think there's about, I would say, this trading week could be positive from the 19th to the 23rd, but the trading week afterwards could be very negative. If we take a look at what is happening recently on a daily, we had a upwards move to the 3,520 level, and then we came back down because the RSI got really high, and right now we're just moving sideways right at that level. So the MACD is looking fine for another week. RSI is sitting pretty high. Let's look at the 4 hours. So in the 4 hours, we are already going bearish in the MACD. In fact, we're going super bearish. Look at that. That is the beginning of some corrections coming. So we could possibly see another percentage to the downside. That wouldn't be so surprising. And if you can see, this could be a potential support at the 3,450. You see that? That is going to be a support in the future. I think we could go down to the 3,450 and then bounce really hard. That's the idea behind it. So we could come back down, get at a lower MACD, get it to a lower RSI, because RSI is still pretty high. We are right now at around 60, so it's not looking very bullish. And now we're going to go back to the 1 hour. This is interesting. Because clearly on the 1 hour, it's looking like we can go bullish. Because the MACD is very low, right? The MACD is looking like it is about to go bearish though, but it's looking very low. So it could go either way. It could actually go bullish. But the blue line is crossing over to the orange, so it makes more sense to say that it's bearish. So we could see a bearish momentum on the 1 hour. So we could see Monday starting off red and then gradually going green. That wouldn't be surprising me at all. Now let's look at the 30 minutes, which is going to look very similar. Yeah, there we go. It already crossed. You see that? So on the 1 hour, it already crossed. On the 30 minutes, it's about to cross and become very bearish. 4 hours, there's some time left for it to go bearish. The 1 day, there's a couple days left for it to go really bearish. Weekly, there's maybe a week left. So we are going to be seeing a correction. All right, so how would this correction look like? We could potentially, as I said, go up a little bit and then go down, correct that way, hit the 3,450, and from there we go sideways, possibly to the downside, possibly going even lower, and then we start a rally to the upside and we go into the direction of the 3,515. I think this is going to happen because RSI is really high, MACD was high. We need to get rid of that. We need to go lower in order to keep on rallying. So I think Monday is going to be looking red. It's not going to be very positive. It's not going to look super red. Maybe a percentage. It's not going to be like 3% unless some really bad news comes out. That could be the case. Because, stimulus has been delayed. Stimulus being delayed is a very, very negative catalyst. We could see something like this. And then from there, you see how much space we got here for the MACD? That could be all filled. We could see massive moves to the upside. We could see that happen and then pretty much topping out right there and then going back up, topping out a little bit and then pretty much going back up and then going to $3,600 and above. This could very well happen because it's earnings season. There's a lot of positivity, bullishness around earnings. All the big companies are going to be reporting pretty high earnings. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, their revenue is going to be really good. And they're a good chunk of this index, the S&P500, which they could possibly rally really hard and take the stock market on a rally to the upside. So yeah, to just recap, I think we're most likely going to be going bearish short term, like Monday could possibly be bearish, Tuesday maybe even. And we could see the level at 3,445 could be a level where we bottom out. And from there we could rally onwards. Possibly by Thursday we could be at 3,515. Maybe even higher, maybe a little bit lower. And from there we could go really high because Q3 is the earnings is going to just take the stocks above. Like I'm telling you, we could go to the all-time high in the coming weeks. Alright guys, this was my brief analysis for what's going to be happening for next week for the stock market. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate that, and also there is a link for my Patreon if you want to become a Patreon supporter. That would be awesome. You'll get exclusive content, you can get consultations with me, you'll get posts and snippets from the technical analysis before anyone does, and it would help out the channel really like a lot. So there's a link for the Discord down below. I'll show you right now. This is the Discord. It's looking pretty empty right now because it's weekend, but we have already 35 members in the chat. Last week we had 0, so it's looking really nice, guys. Growing really fast, and it's just a really nice community to be part of. And there's also a link for trading 212. If you sign up, you'll get a free stock about $100 each. So, guys, this was Lucid Trading. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice weekend, and I'll be seeing you next time.